What's your name, brother?
Oh, Kieran Rodriguez. Hold on, I'm doing the countdown. Give me a second. All right, here we go. Yo, what's up, y'all? It's K Rod here. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Ahmed, Elbiali, right? That's your name.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you, K-Rod. Yeah, thank you for having me, brother.
Yes, sir. Yeah, just tell the world who you are and how'd you get into boxing.
It's just like that. My name is Ahmed Elbiali. I was born in Cairo, Egypt, raised in Miami, Florida. Uh, I got into boxing because of HBO Boxing After Dark. I don't know if you guys were born in the '90s, you know what that is. Um, I just it was a birthday present to go to the boxing gym one day, and then I left maybe for some 6 months through high school, and then
Go on.
and once I graduated high school, I was full on into the pro boxing. I turned semi-pro with the World Series of Boxing when I was 18, and then turned professional boxing when I was 22. Didn't have that many amateur fights. I was fortunate enough to be able to spar a lot of really great amateurs and professionals, medalists and gold medalists and silver medalists and world champions. I think that's what has helped my career a lot. Um, Anybody listening want to do boxing? Boxing's for everybody as long as you got a passion in your heart, two hands, and you know what the sport's about, and you can, by the visuals of it, you see its brutality and you're committed to it. You can go a long way with boxing. Just find a really good teacher, trainer, coach, whatever you want to call them, and a really good lawyer. Other than that, you'll go really, really, really far to your wildest dreams. But if you want to go to your wildest dreams, set yourself up for success with those two things. That's my story.
Yeah, yeah, that's a lot to unpack there. I mean, yeah, I'm very surprised that you brought up, the whole backstory of how you got into it, because like I'm from Albany, New York, so that's where I was born and raised. But
Yeah,
I've ran into the boxing gym when I was I think 24. That's when I got into it. I'm 27. I'll be 28 in April. But
yeah.
um, I think I think the big question to you is boxing naturally driven, or is it just something that you voluntarily choose because you see what the guys that are good at the sport go through all the wars and all the big gigantic punches and all of what the back and forth battles does that just give up the natural impression to be interested in it, or is it something where your heart has to tell you that this is something that you got to be dedicated to do?
I think boxing came naturally to me. Uh, I just I don't even know why as a kid I loved it so much, but I just did. No one in my family has ever done boxing. My dad's a soccer player. My mom is not an athlete at all. She's just a mama, and Yeah, it's a very raw sport. It's a very simple sport. I don't even. It's weird to say it's a sport sometimes, even though it's more of a sport than sports itself. But it's an art. It's a craft. It's whatever you want to call it, and it's an honor to have done it and to be able to do it for however long I have left.
Yeah, yeah, like as far as just like, your progression goes, I wanted to ask you like about your training regimen and just like how did you get like your name, to where you're at right now? Like what, inspired you throughout your career to keep on pushing?
Um, when I was younger, it would have been my country. I wasn't raised in Egypt. I'm definitely like I'm an American boy. Like I'm to the bone, bro.
Oh
Um,
man.
but being American, being my name, what it was, I'm like, okay, like unfortunately, Egyptians don't consider me Egyptian. Americans
Oh
probably,
man.
yeah, like Americans accept me
Yo,
more as American than Egyptians, but I didn't grow up
yo.
with an American passport. So I didn't have an American passport and I didn't even have a residency or green card. So it was really hard for me to even get into these national tournaments down here. That was another issue about amateur fights. That's why I didn't have many. Um, but hey, this is the land of opportunity, and I love this place, bro. If you're not a star in boxing or any sport in America, it's nothing like the other. If you're a star in America, you're a star all over the universe. Aliens will like you, you know.
Oh man, that's something that Joe Rogan would probably say to me. Yeah. Um yeah, because like I just find that really crazy that, you know, that would that would be difficult for you to try to get into boxing, going through that route cuz I actually know some other people that I've met down the path, throughout, my boxing journey, where, they tell me like certain foreigners from like other countries, they have the same,
where
similar path of.
where are you from originally? Sorry to cut you off.
Oh no, no, no! Like I'm a, Black American born,
Okay.
individual. But I didn't get into boxing until I was like 24. Like originally, like I did other sports like basketball and wrestling back in high school. But
Well, that's cool. So you have a fighting background.
yeah, yeah, like I did that. I actually ran into Jordan Burroughs back in my high school at one point in time.
That's
I used to
pretty cool.
wrestle back up in Clifton Park, up in upstate New York. That's
Okay.
there's a school. There's a school called Shenandoah High School, and they're one of the best schools in wrestling. In the capital region, I think, and I think
Yeah.
maybe statewide. But yeah, but I got into that, and I ran into a lot of known athletes in that area. I actually ran into Dennis Bermudez that used to fight in the UFC. That's that
Okay.
Puerto Rican guy,
Okay.
and I think Matt Hughes he showed up, and then
Oh, that's
Jordan
awesome.
Burroughs.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, but yeah,
All really top athletes.
yeah, yeah. So I was just gonna like put that into boxing. Like I just find that really crazy that it's actually hard for like the foreigners that have to get in through the amateur system here in the states, because I never knew that that was like a very challenging process to get into, try to get like your experience in before you ever decide going pro.
Yeah, and it's hard to go pro if you don't have amateur experience. So that's another thing too. But nowadays it's not. Nowadays, um, nothing's everything's possible. Let's say nothing's difficult. I would say nowadays everything is more possible, even though everything was possible before as well. Um, but now I truly suggest a good trainer, and if you decide to commit to this sport, or even as an MMA fighter, find a good team and include a lawyer in that team if you want to be a great MMA fighter or a great boxer. Unfortunately, the Muay Thai and the kickboxers, you guys are amazing fighters. You guys just don't get paid enough, so they don't care about you guys that much. But
Yeah.
for you know what I'm saying, like for the other guys, like I think it's very for you. Like I don't know how serious you are about boxing and how um how serious you are. If you want to turn pro or any of that. It's
Oh
no
no, no, no.
joke.
Yeah. I just do it, like as like a hobby. Like I don't, have boxing as like my, focus. Like I got like another career that I'm focusing on.
Oh, okay, cool. What is it that you do?
Currently right now, like I'm just, working, like a regular job, but I'm actually getting like my certifications in cybersecurity and
Okay, cool.
IT. Like I'm
Yeah,
trying to get into the cybersecurity,
yeah,
business.
yeah.
But yeah, like I was gonna ask like you about your situation with PBC, because I used to watch you a lot when
Yeah,
I was back in high school from like 2009 to 2013, I think. But
yeah,
I used to see you fight like a lot on there. What happened with that?
yeah. Just bad business decisions by me. Not a good team. No team. That's why I suggest having a good team and a good lawyer. Again, like I think the common mistakes in this sport for a high level athlete in this sport are those two things, like ego, uh, not being able to trust people because the sport is like it's a tough sport. In the words of a very good person in this sport, but I can't say who it is, an older man. Everyone's like it's a really grungy business to the bone, but you just have to accept that and love that. It's normal. It's nothing bad. It's just a part of the business.
Yeah. So like as far as PBC goes, like what happened in particular? Like was it something with Al Haymon?
I just felt like when all right, so like as an emotional kid, I felt like at the moment, and I don't feel this way anymore. At the moment, I was like, I'm not getting like when I lost to Pascal, I felt like I got dropped, and I lost a big opportunity with Pascal. So I don't blame them in a business sense for dropping me too. But they didn't drop me. They gave me 3 fights after that, and they signed me for a great deal. But I just felt like I was on the back burner of everything, and I felt like I was always going to be on the back burner of everything even though I had an amazing contract, I for some reason felt like they weren't gonna live up to it anyways, because contracts don't mean shit in boxing. But I still should have not let it go. But I asked for a release twice. So the last time I asked for a release, that was it. You don't go back. And then that's it. That's me and PBC's relationship. I think Al Heyman is the best of all time. I think he's the best advisor all time, best teammate to have on your team of all time. I think Don King is like right there behind him in second place,
Oh wow.
and then
um
Bob Arum. I'd say Eddie Hearn and all them. They're too new. Like boxing, so many of these promoters die off. So it's like who really lasts,
yeah.
and if you think about who has really lasted, it's been Don and Bob. Al's new to the business, but I don't see him lasting much longer. But for what he did at his short time, he did really hella good.
So you would say Al Heyman he's not a good businessman?
Oh, I think I said he's number one, and then I think number two is Don, and number three is Bob Arum. I
Oh
think
yeah,
those are the
yeah.
top three,
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
top three top three promoters from here.
Yeah, because I would think Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum are not good, just simply because like they're just giving you like dog bones. They're not giving you like really huge, ginormous opportunities. Not to say that they can't max you out. It's just from like how they're operating the business, they seem to be like offering contracts to try to hold or to try to ruin fighters, careers. But I mean, it's really all based off of like what you said. You need to have like a good lawyer behind you and understand like the business,
Yeah.
efficiently. Because like to me, it seems like not a lot of fighters care about that. Because I'll even bring up like another example. Like I don't know if you know this other fighter that I personally know, or actually two of them. They used to fight on PBC, but not anymore. Abraham Nova and who's the other guy? Stefan Big Shot Shaw. Um, I was talking to them in the past, and they were bringing about the similar situation that you possibly went through, but basically they were just saying that they weren't being handled properly, and they were just like bad business not being like how should I say, like properly negotiated to
Mm.
even out let the playing field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I just figured that I'd just bring that up. Like if that's just like a track record that some fighters that used to have business with PBC.
Also felt the same way. Yeah, I know. I know a lot of fighters that felt that way, but uh, they're the best. So if you're not with, it's better to be with someone than no one.
Yeah,
In a business sense, it's better to be with someone than no one. And then if you're with the best than no one, it's better to be with them. Because if you're with Don than no one, then you're still like, is it better to be with Don or no one? But if you're with PBC and no, I don't know, bro. I made a mistake at the past. I'm saying it from my reference and history and point of view. Like, no regrets, but that's not a bridge I should have burned. Let's say that.
yeah,
No, don't burn any bridges. No regrets, but don't burn bridges while you're not regretting. You know?
yeah. I was just gonna like just ask like one more question about that topic. Like for any fighter that is starting out in their career, should it just be best that they could have like a good lawyer behind them and just work as like a free agent, right, to help their career grow?
Yeah. If well, usually if they have a good lawyer behind them and that lawyer knows boxing and that lawyer sees potential in that fighter because he's young, he's hungry, he's talented. That's probably what the lawyer is gonna do until he gets a big promotional opportunity. Because you can't deny a good promotional opportunity either if it's focused on you.
Yeah, I just figured that I asked that because obviously with guys like Devin Haney or Errol Spence, they seem to know how to conquer like the business of boxing properly.
Yeah, they have money behind them. So you guys like all the like whoever's listening needs to understand like you got to have money behind you. And I'll make it really really quick for you. You got your investors. You got these guys that are you got really big time investors. You got middle time investors, and you got your local mom and pop investors. Um, then you got managers, you got promoters, you got lawyers, and your best friend there is probably your lawyer.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah, that's how I like typically. I mean, you should also. I'll say it like this too: if you're a good amateur, all right, your road for success is already there. Like they're listening to this and being like, "Well, I already know what I'm going to do." Yeah, exactly. Because they're already paving their road for what they want to do. Now, if you're just getting into this as a YouTuber or like you just fell in love with the sport of boxing, or and you don't have time for amateur fights or like whatever, you have another talent on the side, but you know this is something you're really talented at. I think get better, train hard, work hard, go to places where you think you'll get seen, because boxing is not like American football or basketball or you don't need these big old scouts and really hard places to get to. No, you could literally just show up at Mayweather's gym or um, Top Rank in Vegas or Bones Adams in Vegas or uh, Wild Card or Brickhouse Boxing or Churchill's and like all these big time gyms where you know you'll get some eyes. And I guarantee you, if you go more than once, pair of eyes gonna see you. You're gonna get a little lucky.
Yeah,
So
so boxing.
even if you're not, and even if you're not that good and you want to do it, you're gonna get a little lucky, and they'll bring you in as an opponent. So like, don't worry. Whatever level you're on, whatever you want to do, boxing's there for you.
Yeah, I was gonna switch topics and talk about your history that you've had with several fighters in the past. I wanted to talk about the whole Canelo Alvarez situation and the Jake Paul situation. What happened, with those the sparring sessions, right? Uh, are you there, or can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello.
Like I was just yeah. Can you hear me properly?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was asking, like, can you dive in, like about the whole situation that you had, between Canelo Alvarez and Jake Paul, right?
Yeah, there was never really a situation. I think with Canelo, there was a DAZN video they put up, like a highlight on stories that I found. So I just posted it on my page, not saying it, or I said, uh, "Don't be a sparring partner, be a champion," and that's it. But people thought I had some sort of beef with Canelo. I don't have any like. I don't know why they said that. Maybe because I talked some shit by saying he gets tired, but they just that's like it's normal. I'm just talking like I'm just saying like he gets tired in sparring. Like he does a lot of rounds with a lot of different fighters. Who am I? That's Canelo fucking Alvarez, bro. That's the pound for pound, honestly, one of my favorite fighters of all time. I think just like don't meet your hero type of thing. But other than that, like that's still fucking Canelo, bro. He's like a billionaire and he's the best. Do I think I can beat him in a fight? I mean, like, yeah, hell yeah, I want
I
to fight
think so.
him. Yeah, but that's
I
that's
think I
nothing.
think I think you
That's
stop him, honestly.
thank you. I think so too, but that's nothing. That doesn't mean anything. Like he's still Canelo Alvarez, you know. So,
Yeah.
all respect to him and Jake Paul. I think it was just like, oh, you sparred Jake Paul. I sparred Jake Paul. Jake Paul's he's a hardworking, committed dude that's financially able to become whatever he's becoming. Like that's the truth of it. Like why is this some surprise for like he's decent at boxing for who he is. I understand he's a Disney star and YouTube star and his brother's famous and that he's doing boxing. Like I think anybody that is able to have the finances to do nothing but box, it's a sport that's made for that. Not to have any money and do nothing but box. Like that's the point of boxing. It was that's why a lot of people get out of like tough areas because of boxing because it's like this shit saved me. I had nothing to do and I found boxing. Like I was only doing shit. So for someone like Jake, even for me growing up, I was able to do boxing because yeah, I had jobs growing up, but they were part-time jobs. I didn't have to support my family. Like I just like my dad made me work from when I was 15, like I just or 13. I just had to work, but it's like yeah, you have to work, but you can do sports, you can do whatever you want. So I was also fortunate enough to just choose to do boxing. But he's a good dude, bro. He's uh he's entitled to do whatever he wants because that's the world that we live in.
Yeah, I just hate it that certain weird casuals or even Jake Paul himself try to certify himself as being like a candidate to like beat any fighter out there. And
I
I
know.
think I think that's really my biggest problem with him. But for you, like, you should be in the rafters of saying, dude, like, you're not going to be on anybody's level at all. Because, like, to me, like, as a fan that supports, the sport, and, like a student of the game, or anybody out there that really studies up the game
Bro,
heavy.
I'll say it like this. I'll be this honest, bro. I'll say I'm sorry to cut you off. Look,
No, no, it's all good.
I'm a really, 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 really good boxer, but I ain't to the world, I'm a fucking nobody, right? I would fuck Jake Paul the fuck up. I would like, bro, I would, yeah, like, I don't think I would have enough, not enough power to not fuck him up. Like, I think one punch, I'd just knock him out. I'd be like, fuck, I didn't get to fuck him up. Like, I just knocked him out. But if I would do that to him, I can't imagine what a really, 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 really good fighter would do. A really, really good fighter would control his power and just take him into like 8 rounds purposefully to just like to give him brain damage. And like, I'm telling you the truth, like to the world, I'm not that good. So imagine if I'm not that good and I feel like I can I not just feel, I would get like the best coaches in the world to agree that I would destroy him. Imagine what a top fighter would do. So no, bro, like, he's not a top fighter, but that's why he's not fighting top fighters. Or that's why he's not fighting, top fighters. He's choosing mediocre boxers, or boxers with
Yeah.
not mediocre boxers either, because the boxers that he's choosing are talented, but they let their guard down, and he has a team to train for these guard letdowns.
Yeah, they're not even they're not actual professional fighters. Like, they're, MMA fighters, and then obviously Nate Robinson, the former basketball player. But
Yeah.
but I just wanted to, like, shed some light on it, to say, like, I feel like it's such a bad, influence for him to think, like, hey man, follow what I'm doing, but it's like, don't fight let the best competition, or fight certifieds, because, why should I work harder to be certified in a sport where I could nearly die to somebody that's actually good, like yourself or anybody else. But it's like, if you're saying that you want to become like a world champion and do this and that, it's like, that's pretty contradictory. So, I mean, to let the fans that are actually going out to see you, like, that's pretty disrespectful.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But I was just gonna move forward away from that, and ask about your career. What are you planning on?
I got no idea. I don't even want to go into the topic. This is the last. Like, not this. No. I can't say anything bad or good right now, anyways, because either one I'm gonna regret.
No. Like, I just wanted to know, when are you getting back into the ring? What's your, next
I don't. I don't know, and I've never known.
Oh man, yeah, because like I want to see you back, man. You're like, you are good.
Yes, bro. God is great, but I don't know, brother. I really don't know. I wish I did. I'd be telling the whole wide world.
Yeah.
On wide web.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the division right now. You fight at 175, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any possibilities you can get a shot at anybody, in the top 15?
I am in the top 15.
Oh, as far as like a world title, right?
I'm in the top 15 in the WBA and the WBC.
Oh, sweet. And like, are they going to order like a fight for you, or?
No, I ain't gonna order jack shit, bro. Boxing, they don't give a fuck.
Oh, so you can't actually get any.
You can't do shit. This sport is just like, it's beautiful. I love it. And you could be the greatest ever That's the thing. Like, you can do it. You just got to do it. So right now I'm in the process of doing it, but at this stage there's a lot of I don't knows along the way. So right now, one of them is I don't know, but I'm gonna do that shit. I just don't know how or when.
Yeah, because I just wanted to know as far as like the political landscape, like, are you like eyeing certain fighters that you're trying to get in the ring with, like, that.
At this point, I- I'm checking out every fighter that's passing me by, bro. I'm looking at her up and down. I'm like, all right, if I got to, I'll go with you.
I mean, why not fight Andre Durrell? Clear him out. Get him out of what's
Bro,
left.
dude, come on. We were just talking about politics. Do you understand? Andre Durrell's with PBC.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
all right.
That's the thing with boxing, brother. That's a big thing with boxing. It's a lot of like, not even politics. Like, they like him more than me. It's just literally politics.
Yeah, they try to play keep away with you, right?
No, it's not about me. It's about their fighter. It's about them. It's about business. It's about relation. Like, it's just business. It's nothing bad.
Wow,
You
that's
don't
garbage.
Yeah, but it's just life, brother. You don't go up to like rich people and be like, ah. Like, that's it. Like, it's just life.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if things don't work out, like, do you ever plan on retiring soon, or
I don't know.
you know?
I don't. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm thinking about finding other ways to like uh give back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, like of course I'm trying to figure out other ways to stay involved, but make money. But this is not a sport where you can really make much money unless you're in the top fields. So, I love boxing, bro, but I don't know what to do. So we'll figure it out. Went to school and all that. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, because I find it weird that that the industry is not marketized to the point where there's like enough opportunity.
Yeah.
Because like I was like talking to some other people the other day like about how do you become like a judge in the sport, and I found out that the judges are picked by the promoters, and it's kind of like a mafia type of thing, right?
Yeah.
They just know somebody and then they just get them selected.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say, like, as far as like the training that you've been through, like, have you trained with some good coaches in the past, or?
I think I've trained with a lot of good coaches. I've only trained with good coaches.
What coaches have you been with?
I don't even think it's like a good thing to say this. Like, I've been with so many trainers, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I've tried out the best in the world. I tried Ismail Salas, Pedro Diaz, John David Jackson,
nice.
Virgil Hunter. I haven't tried Ronnie Shields. I do want to try Ronnie Shields. Freddie Roach, Bones Adams, Emmanuel Stewart's nephew, Sugar Hill.
Oh, yeah.
I worked with Emmanuel a little bit back in the day. There's just so much more. It keeps going. Wait. A lot of local coaches down here, Miami. And I've done mitts with a lot of coaches and stuff. A lot of good Olympic coaches. Patrick Burns, Al Banani. These guys are in the Hall of Fame. Older guys, not in boxing anymore.
Have you ever ran into Derek James yet, or?
I've contacted Derek James about working with me, but he denied me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because Derek James would be such a great coach.
Yeah,
That's a perfect, coach right there.
yeah,
But I
but it
can
don't make
understand.
yeah, it doesn't make sense for him because I'm not making any money, bro.
Yeah, so he wants to get somebody that's, on the, rise, or
Yeah,
at least about to.
yeah, yeah. And not just that, like making money.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't give a fuck.
gotta get with the cattle.
It's not. Yeah, it's business, bro. This is a real business, bro. Like people really take boxing for its red gloves and like colorful, glittery outfits for granted. Like it's fun and like it really is just. It's a it's a fight business, word for word. It's the fight business. You fight for money, and people handle the money in certain ways. This
Yeah,
is straight corporation. Like remember, like nowadays they don't kill and there's no mafia and there's none of that shit. It's corporate. You got to deal with lawyers and everything. It's
yeah.
modern day world.
Is it like as far as dealing with like contracts in the sport, what type of things that you should watch out for, for
No,
someone that's not
nothing,
educated?
nothing. Just go to a lawyer. You don't got to watch out for nothing. Like this ain't no. It's not no '90s, '80s type of movie shit where it's like, oh, they're be careful with the wording and all that. So if you're that dumb to sign a contract from a not well known person with dumb contracts, then you're dumb. But if you're intelligent, you're gonna look at a contract. It's gonna look reasonable. It's gonna look legit. You're gonna read a few lines and be like, "This shit looks intense." You try to read it through, and then my advice is to take it to a boxing lawyer, and then you don't need to worry about nothing because you don't need to understand all these terms. We're not
Yeah,
lawyers. We're not going to law school. Doctors don't go to law schools. You know what I'm saying? Like businessmen don't go to law school to be their own lawyer. They hire lawyers to be their lawyer.
yeah.
A lawyer hires a lawyer to be his lawyer.
Yeah, yeah. I find that pretty surreal, but um, yeah. Like I was gonna say, before you even got into boxing, did you have any other professions you wanted to do?
Nah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Um, as far as careers after boxing, what do you plan to do?
Uh, uh, we'll stay in touch on Instagram. I'll let you know in a couple weeks.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah. Like I was just gonna finalize after boxing's over, what influence do you plan to bring to your audience? At the end of the day.
Uh, I hope to, if I'm fortunate enough to bring an influence, I'd hope it's a good influence for them to change their lives and the lives of the ones they love and the lives of others. Some corny, into the sunset type of thing.
Yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. I think that's about it. I didn't
Thank you.
have really much to really say. I just
No,
wanted
no,
to.
you're an awesome dude, brother. I think awesome dude, bro. From your voice, tone to the words that you choose, very young, well mannered young man.
Yeah, man. Thanks. I definitely like to go to one of your fights soon, man. So just keep me updated, man. I just wanted to
God bless.
just
Thank,
understand. Yeah, how's everything going on your end? So,
thank you. No, we'll stay in touch. Now I got you.
all right, got it. Do you have any final words to bring?
Uh, follow your dreams. Don't give up. never give up, never surrender, and go big, go home, do more, say less. Actions speak louder than words. Uh, don't talk about it, be about it, and love yourself. That way, you know how to love others. And make sure you find, what you're looking for in life.
All right, got it. I appreciate you for coming through.
Hey, my pleasure, brother. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. I will talk with you later.
All right, peace, bro.
All right, thank you. All right, yo. I will see you guys later. Shout out to Ahmed Elbiali, and yeah, much thanks to him. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Even though it was like not that big of a show, but just figured I'd get him on here just to talk and just understand what his point of view was. So. All right, y'all. This will be uploaded to my main channel soon. Obviously, YouTube censorship as well, but I'll have this uploaded to the podcast as well. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and TWT. I'm out. Peace out. Bye.